Conor McGregor, a name that resonates deeply within the world of combat sports. The name echoes through combat sports. He's a legend, known for his fierce fighting style, his brash personality, and his undeniable skill in the octagon. But before the fame, the money, the belts, he was just a kid from Crumlin, Dublin. A working-class neighborhood, tough streets, a place where dreams seemed distant, but determination was forged. This is where it all began. In the heart of Dublin, amidst the hustle and bustle, young Conor found his first taste of what it meant to fight. Young Conor wasn't born into privilege. He knew struggle. His family worked hard to make ends meet, and he learned early on that nothing in life comes easy. He knew what it meant to fight for every inch. Every day was a battle, and every small victory was hard-earned. This grit, this fire in his belly, it came from those Dublin streets. The challenges he faced there shaped him, molded him into the fighter he would become. It became a part of him. It fueled his ambition. He loved sports, played football. But even then, there was something more he was searching for. But something about fighting, about pushing your limits, it called to him. The raw, primal nature of combat spoke to his soul. He started boxing at a local club. It was here that he began to hone his skills, to understand the discipline and dedication required to be a fighter, learned how to throw a punch, how to take one. The pain, the sweat, the hours of training, it all became a part of his daily routine. This was just the beginning, the start of a journey that would change his life forever. A journey that would take him from the streets of Dublin to the grandest stages of the world. The start of a journey that would change his life forever. From a young boy with a dream to a man who would inspire millions. This is the story of Conor McGregor, a fighter's beginnings. Boxing was the gateway that led Conor McGregor to the world of mixed martial arts, MMA. A brutal, unforgiving sport that demands not just physical prowess, but mental fortitude. But Conor, he was drawn to the challenge. The allure of mastering multiple disciplines, the thrill of the fight, the sheer unpredictability of it all, the mix of striking, grappling, the pure intensity of it all. It was a symphony of violence and skill, and Conor wanted to be the maestro. He knew this was where he belonged. Every punch, every kick, every submission hold felt like a step closer to his destiny. Problem was, MMA wasn't paying the bills, not yet. The sport was still growing and the money wasn't flowing in like it does today. To make ends meet, Conor worked as a plumber. Imagine that. The future notorious MMA champion fixing pipes under some Dublin sink. The notorious MMA champion fixing pipes under some Dublin sink. It was a humbling experience, but it was necessary. But he never lost sight of his dream. He had a vision board, a constant reminder of what he was working towards. Every spare moment was spent shadow boxing, visualizing his future success. He trained whenever he could. Early mornings, late nights, he was obsessed. The gym became his sanctuary, a place where he could hone his skills and prepare for the battles ahead. The plumbing work, it was just a means to an end. A way to fund his real passion, to keep the dream alive, a way to keep a roof over his head, food on the table. It was a simple life, but it was filled with purpose. But Conor, he was meant for bigger things. He could feel it in every fiber of his being. The championship belt wasn't just a dream, it was his destiny. He knew it in his heart. Every setback, every struggle was just a stepping stone to greatness. He just needed that one chance, that one shot at greatness. And when the opportunity finally came, Conor McGregor was ready. Ready to seize his moment and etch his name in the annals of MMA history. 2008. Conor McGregor made a decision, a life-changing decision. He quit his plumbing job. He was going all in on MMA. This wasn't just a hobby anymore. This was his life now. People thought he was crazy, quitting a steady job to chase this wild dream. But Conor, he had this unwavering belief, this confidence that bordered on arrogance. He knew what he was capable of. He was raw, rough around the edges, but he had this hunger, this drive that you couldn't teach. He was training with John Kavanagh at Straight Blast Gym, honing his skills, developing his fighting style. He was like a sponge, soaking it all up. This was his time.
Let's be real.
The early days were tough. Conor was grinding, fighting for every penny. He was living on welfare checks, barely scraping by. This is where Dee Devlin comes in, Conor's longtime girlfriend. Dee, she never doubted him, not for a second. She saw the potential, the fire in his eyes. She supported him through the hard times, worked long hours to keep them afloat. She was his rock, his confidant, his biggest fan. Conor's success, it's their success. They built this together, brick by brick, from those early struggles in Dublin to the bright lights of Las Vegas. Their story is a testament to the power of love, loyalty, and unwavering belief. Conor started fighting professionally in 2008. Small shows, local promotions. He was racking up wins, finishing opponents. People were starting to take notice. This kid from Dublin, he had something special. He was knocking people out, submitting them. He was exciting, he talked trash, he backed it up. He had this aura, this charisma that drew you in. You couldn't take your eyes off him. He fought his way through the ranks. Cage warriors, became a two-division champion, featherweight and lightweight. He was making a name for himself. But Conor, he had his sights set on bigger things. He wanted the UFC. He wanted to be the best in the world. Section 6, 13 Seconds to Glory, Aldo versus McGregor, 2015. UFC 194, Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. This was it, the fight that would make Conor a global superstar. Aldo was the reigning featherweight champion. Undefeated for 10 years, he was considered unbeatable. The build-up to this fight was insane. Trash talk, mind games. Conor got into Aldo's head, he rattled him, and then the fight. 13 seconds. That's all it took. One left hook. Lights out. Aldo was done. The crowd went wild. The world was in shock. Conor McGregor, this brash kid from Dublin, had just dethroned the pound-for-pound king. This was his moment, his arrival on the world stage. Section 7, double champ conquering 2 divisions. Conor wasn't done. He moved up to lightweight, fought Eddie Alvarez, another dominant performance, another knockout. He became the first fighter in UFC history to hold 2 belts in 2 different weight classes simultaneously. This was unheard of. Conor was breaking records, shattering expectations. He was the biggest star in combat sports. He transcended the sport. He was a global icon. His fights were must-see events. Pay-per-view records were being broken. He was making more money than any fighter in history. But Conor, he was always chasing more. He wanted to test himself against the best. Section 8, Mayweather and millions stepping into the ring of wealth, 2017. Conor McGregor stepped into the boxing ring with Floyd Mayweather Jr., one of the greatest boxers of all time. This was a spectacle, a clash of titans. Nobody gave Conor a chance. He lost the fight, but he went 10 rounds with Mayweather. He earned the respect of the boxing world, and he made an obscene amount of money, over $100 million. This fight cemented his legacy as a global superstar. Conor's journey from the streets of Dublin to the boxing ring with Floyd Mayweather is the stuff of legends. It's a story about hard work, dedication, and unwavering self-belief. Section 9, the notorious legacy, more than just a fighter. Conor McGregor's story is bigger than just fighting. It's a tale that transcends the octagon, reaching into the hearts and minds of millions. It's a story about believing in yourself, even when the odds are stacked against you. About chasing your dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem. It's about overcoming adversity, pushing through the barriers that life throws at you, and emerging stronger on the other side. It's about proving your doubters wrong, showing the world that you are capable of greatness, even when no one else believes in you. He's inspired millions of people around the world, from aspiring fighters to everyday individuals facing their own battles. He's shown them that anything is possible if you're willing to put in the work, to dedicate yourself fully to your goals, and to never give up, no matter how tough the journey gets. He's a testament to the human spirit, to the resilience and determination that lies within each of us, to the power of hard work and dedication and the incredible things that can be achieved when you refuse to settle for anything less than your best. Conor McGregor's legacy is still being written, with each fight, each victory, and each moment of triumph adding to the story. But one thing's for sure, he's changed the game forever. He's a once-in-a-generation athlete, a global icon whose influence extends far beyond the world of mixed martial arts. And his story will continue to inspire generations to come, reminding us all that with passion, perseverance, and an unyielding belief in ourselves, we can achieve greatness.